direct. Yes. Um, this is a non-music related stream. Okay. So I thought I'd just say that before, because a lot of people watch this channel obviously because of music. But for those who have followed the channel for quite a long time, you'll know one time I tried like video game live stream on, and we did it for quite a while and it didn't do the same time. And in the end, I just thought keep the game stuff. I thought a music channel, it to the music. I went to sort of openly speak about my sort of like my game experiences, and I used to somewhat do live streams while I was on the PlayStation 4, which was still sometimes music related, and you know, you just hear like sometimes people in my chat parties in the background, blah blah blah. So for those of you who may or may in sort of late 2019, sort of mid to late 2019, I was starting to do quite well musically wise, and I started to somewhat get bored of PlayStation to the point where I just was barely playing it. It was coming to the point where I'd be like eating my tea, I'd be going down into my studio shed at that point, and I'd be grinding out the music, and I'd be doing, you know, live streams down there, and you know, I'd be, you know, working on music, etc. And then 2020 came along, and the music for me was just improving and improving, and then obviously we went into the lockdown things. But 2019, you know, you all know I got my pair of CD decks, which was just absolutely amazing for me at the time. So obviously I used them all the time, and you know, the PS4 was just getting less and less and less used. And then obviously in July of 2020 I did the big move, and I moved from Driffield to Hull to sort of better myself musically wise. And to cut the story short, when I moved, there was no internet for ages at the house. The PlayStation again just collected dust, and collected dust to the point where I just wasn't playing it anymore. So sadly, I made my big departure, and I decided that I was going to get rid of my PlayStation. And at the time, it was a bit of a lot of people didn't believe me at first, because during my time through the PlayStation, you know, when I was heavily on there, and you know, when I used to chill with the old boys and lads, you know, I've done sort of like April Fools before, I've done pranks and jokes on them, where I've like unplugged the PS4, you know, moved it out of the way, taken a picture and sent it to them, and obviously told them that I, you know, that I was obviously going to, that I was obviously, you know, I was gonna, you know, get rid of the PlayStation kind of thing. So when I actually was gonna do it for real, it was a little bit, you know, there was a bit sort of like, oh, we don't really believe you, which is, you know, it's obviously understandable. But yeah, in sort of, I would probably say about August, September, probably September, October time, was when I actually got rid of the PlayStation, said goodbye, and I haven't actually spoken to many people from the PlayStation 4 days. Since I really got rid of the PlayStation itself, I've spoken to a few people. I think, well, I think I've spoken to practically everybody, but just not often. So I think like every now and again, I've like messaged at least like one person, and like just seen how they was, or maybe I've been live on YouTube or Instagram, and maybe one person who used to sort of be part of Part Drive, you know, back in the old days, I think they did maybe like just join and comment. I know I spoke to Steve. I know I've spoken to Ant. I've spoken to CJ. I've spoken to Ben. I think the only person I've never spoke. Well, I think I actually tried speaking to the person. Was actually good old Alfie Banks. I messaged him on Instagram a couple of times and heard nothing back. So anyway, now we are in the year 2022. It's April 2022. It's actually, I think it's the, is it, it's either the, is it, yeah, it's the 10th. It's the 10th of April, 2022. I got rid of the PlayStation in 2020, and I've now, just today, I've actually got a PlayStation 4 back. So I am actually back on the PlayStation 4, but there's some pros and there's some like good points and there's some bad points. Now, I guess we'll start off with the bad points. Now, the bad point is I can't actually remember the word for my main PlayStation 4 account that I used to use. Now, if I could remember the password for it, I would be able to go on there and I'd have games that I'd bought from the PlayStation Store that I would be able to download and I would be able to play them again. And, I'd have like loads of games that I'd spent time buying. So that kind of like one sort of would be a pro of remembering the password. Number two, the Minecraft worlds I think might have got saved to the cloud. So I believe that possibly if I go back into that account, go into the cloud, I might be able to get some of the old city worlds, and I might be able to sort of be able to go back round them and actually have a look into the city worlds and sort of see how much I remember about the worlds and where everything is. And it would be really amazing to go back round the Park Drive set again. That would be something absolutely fantastic. But sadly, I just can't remember the password. Now, I know you're probably all sort of like, itching at the screen, like if you watch this live or you watch it after the live, like just click forgot password. And that's all fine and dandy, but when you click forgot password, it asks you a security question and it asks for the date of birth. And I believe at the time when I made the account, I put like a fake date of birth in, so not my actual date of birth, because I think at the time you had to be like a certain age or something to play the online or something. I can't remember. There was a reason behind it, but I didn't use my normal original date of birth, which is quite quite a disappointing thing. But to cut the story short, I can't remember the date of birth. But now I'm actually doing this stream, a date of birth might have actually popped into my mind that I might be able to try using. But I'll have to give it a try. But if I get onto that account, which hopefully, if I can get the password reset, hopefully, all being well, I will be able to salvage some of the old stuff back. I mean, there was bus simulator, there was train simulator. There was quite a few good games. There was San Andreas that I had obviously purchased at the time, which will be quite good to obviously go back and obviously play again. And obviously Grand Theft Auto Online, I got to quite a decent level on the on the online side of things. Got a lot of RP. So that was obviously a massive thing. So what made me want to come back? That is the big question. Obviously, the reason why I left was because the music was just taking over, and to be honest, the music still is going really well. And I think one of the main reasons why I decided that I thought, maybe I'll get myself another PlayStation. Well, one of the things was to be able to use it for watching like movies and things. You know, recently I've been watching a few things on Netflix, and I've just quite enjoyed it. You know, late at night sometimes it's good to chill out, and you know, let's be honest, like Freeview and Sky TV, it's, you know, it's not always the best, and sometimes it's good to be able to search for what you want to watch rather than having to watch something that's on at the, you know, the Pacific time, if you like. And you know, sometimes it's good that you can go back and, you know, maybe watch an old series again. So that was one of the reasons which kind of drawed me to kind of want one back. Another thing was kind of like the Minecraft and the Lego World side of things. Like sometimes I do feel like I get a little bit of creativity in me, and sometimes I would like to just sit there and maybe build a house or something. And now I'm not saying that, you know, that I'd go back into like full time blasting out the Minecraft every single day, you know, cities as such, but I would maybe start building a new city that I'd just work on whenever I felt like it. You know, if I felt like building a house or some form of building, I'd just go on the world and build it. And if I get it half built and I turn bored and we've reconnected. Sorry, it's my phone. When it gets to a certain low percentage, basically everything just turns off, like, you know, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, data. Um, you know, everything more or less just shuts off. So I literally just don't have any sort of power over it. I have to, you know, turn everything. When I'm in the middle of being live, it kind of like, it cuts the live. Well, like loses the connection. Then I've just got to reconnect. But yeah, so I just sort of thought now and again it will be nice just to chill out and, you know, play a game. And again, it might be a nice way to catch up with some of the old people if, you know, if they're still playing the PlayStation. Just, you know, jump in a chat party for an hour or so and just, you know, sort of how you doing kind of thing. You know, have a little game with them. But you know, I most definitely will not be going back to sort of, you know, blasting it out for sort of hours on end. And you know, everything I'm doing at the moment, that is still kind of going to take that lead role. You know, going about, chilling about with the layman, going to events at the weekend, doing the gigs and doing the bookings, which is, you know, that's still the main part of me. But sometimes, like, I do sit at home, like, in the middle of the week, and sometimes you know, I'm maybe doing things on my PC, and then I get to the point where, you know, I'm working on a tune, and, you know, maybe I get a bit bored of it, or I'm just ready to take a break from it. And sometimes I do sit there and think it would be good now if I could just, you know, load up a game of GTA or something. Which was kind of one of the reasons which made me sort of want to get the game, you know, get the system back itself. And then I saw one today that was going quite cheap at a car boot, to be fair, and I just thought, part of me was like, do I, don't I? I was zooming, I was Aaron, you know, I was a little bit sort of undecided, but you know, I thought if I didn't get it, I'd maybe be thinking like, I wish, you know, I wish I'd got it kind of thing. But then also part of me was thinking like, you know, is it just something I'm gonna get and then like hardly ever use? And then I thought, well, if I do get it and then I don't ever hardly end up using it, I can always just go for the option, you know, of like selling it again. You know, you know, if it was coming to the point where I just wasn't using it again, but at least, you know, this way we've got something we can just, you know, we can watch some films on. Again, just something that we can, you know, I can put it on and, you know, I can just play my Spotify through it. So it makes a lot of sense that I can just use it, you know, in I guess what I would call sort of chill out time. You know, when I'm not mixing, producing, when I'm not streaming, kind of thing. So yeah, but because I had sort of like a big legacy on the PlayStation, and I did, you know, one of my most, I guess, famous YouTube series, Part Drive Drama, and you know, the PlayStation was a big part of my life. I was well known in the PlayStation community. By, you know, I had quite a big sort of a PSN friends list, if you like. Even, you know, dating back with some people from the, you know, the PS3 days. I thought, you know, why not make this stream sort of that I've come back, because it's always kind of hard to, you find a way to contact everybody and say, look, I've got a PS4 again. So you know, if some people follow this channel and end up watching this stream, they'll know I've got one back. But at the moment, I am trying to get into the old account, so I'm on like a spare account at the moment that I just remembered the login for. Mainly because I used an easy password that I've used like quite a few times before because it's easy. But for some reason with my main account there's like a different password, and you know I could be typing in the right password, but maybe one of the letters is a capital, or for you know for whatever reason, um, you know I just can't remember for the life of me what the account is, you know. Um, but there we go. It's one of them things. It is just one of them things that you know will just keep happening. But hopefully I'll be able to get in it. You know, hopefully it'll be one of them where I can get in it, and you know, hopefully get back on to the old days of the Share Factory. Sorry, of the PlayStation. I'm actually on Share Factory. I was just reminiscing, to be honest with you, and going through, you know, because we used to edit all the part drives on here, and this is the crazy thing. So this is mad, and I'm just trying to remember if I like even remember how to even use it. So you can add clips, can't add no overlays, not at that point. Here's the edit, right? Alright, so that's crazy. It actually honestly is. I wonder, I don't think this has been updated since I last used it. I really do not know. I know sort of not long before I finished using it, it did get an update and we got like a few new songs and things. So I'm curious to see, like, have we got any more music since? And we actually don't. Gone Tomorrow. I actually remember this, but was it? Let's have a listen. It was One More Night, wasn't it? Oh my god, that was the old Part Drive music. We used to use that. And by the way, I am staying over at my grandparents', so this is the very room where I edited all of 141 episodes of Part Drive Drama, believe it or not. And apart from, I think about the first, I don't know, 5, 6 episodes, we used a different song, but since then, we used that 1 more minute every single time, and it became the Part Drive song. But you can import your own songs from a USB stick, which was, I always liked that feature because you know sometimes like in a Part Drive episode there would be like a scene where maybe I wanted to put some sad music in, and to be fair there wasn't, you know, there isn't really anything on here that would really fit, so like an old break beat. Oh wow, it actually is like such a really cool feature. Trust me, this is crazy. Um, how do I go back? Because I don't actually. There we go. I didn't want to actually add music. You see, so add track two. That was where you could add your own voice. You could add filters. Yeah, I remember these filters. You could. We used to use some of them. I used to like make some of the scenes in Part Drive go grey and white. Yeah, there was some good ones here. So we got that one there. Now we've just made it go grey and white. You can't see this. I'm just sort of playing around. Yeah, there was quite a few things. Crazy times. Honestly, there is like so many crazy times ahead. Um, but it's mad that we've come back sort of all this time, and you know we've kind of made this. Kind of, I guess you could call it like a big return, but edit layout, delete layout. There we go. Puts it back to normal. What else? We could add like overlays, couldn't we? What overlays? Oh yeah, so there was like That's a new picture. Little picture of a tent. Some like some cool little things. Play, stop, pause, slow, record. Jeez. I remember some of these. Crazy times. Crazy times. The old evil eyes, the fail. You know, everything is sort of slowly coming back to me. You know, what we used to do, what we used to use and what we used to play. Again, you could import images. This is where you could add your text, different text. So if I remember right, yeah, this one here was the old Park Drive font. We had the Park Drive was always in blue. And then the drama sat underneath in yellow. Was this where you moved it about? Yeah. Colour. Yeah, so this was so we had blue. And then if I just add another text here and write drama. Like I say, you can't see this. I don't even know why I'm doing this because it's so awkward for you to see. Do you know what? I think I've just got rid of the word Park Drive. Add? No. Ah, there we go. There we are. Park Drive drama got the old font A. I don't know. I'd maybe like, if I was ever going to bring it back, which I don't think I ever will. I probably would. In all fairness, maybe change the font of it. Who knows? But there we go. So yes, the controller does not lie. PS4, I am back. So if anybody wants to add me up, at the moment, I believe my account name, it's Walkers underscore Smokey underscore B. Because when I made this account, they was my favourite kind of crisps at the time. Like, comment, share, peace.